Yeah guys, if you're looking for an awesome set of rechargeable batteries with chargers, then I think I have an absolutely awesome product for you, and that's this Taken nickel metal hydride battery set with smart charger. It says extended cycle life. As far as I know, they are promising up to more than 2000 cycles, which is way above average, of course. Usually we can calculate about 1000 cycles. They have some high power AA and AAA batteries. Here we are testing the AA type. What's also awesome here is that they are saying they are using 25% recycled material, and they are still achieving so many cycles, even with a promised 70% retention value after 10 years. That sounds also very promising. That's an awesome thing, because a lot of rechargeable batteries are losing a lot of capacity over time. And regarding the power, as far as I know, we have 3100 milliwatt charging capacity. That's not milliamps. So in milliamps it's a little bit lower, of course. And so here's what we get this instructions manual. We get 2x4 AA rechargeable batteries, charging cable, modern USB-A to USB-C, then the rather small compact charger, really nice for soft rubber feet here in the back, compatible with AA and AAA batteries, and capable to charge 8 of them in only 4.5 hours. By the way, they produce also additional sets with only such batteries. If you need additional batteries, these are exactly the same 4 pieces of rechargeable batteries as we have in the original set. Yeah, here the specs on the side, hope you can read that. So we can see divided by the 1.2 volts. With these batteries, we can expect around 2600 milliamps, which I think is a decent number if we can really achieve that. So that's what I'm going to test here, definitely, because there are a lot of battery manufacturers. They are really claiming high numbers, and when we test them, we never get really confirmation of these numbers. So I'm going to charge and discharge these batteries, and then I'm going to show you the results. So stay tuned till the very end of the video. And so we have to connect the charger here in the back. Very important to use a really strong power supply, because the charger, according to the instructions here or to the specs, has an input rating of 3 amps at 5 volts, which is 15 watts. We don't have so much on every USB port. Also very important to see here that it's supporting PD charge, because I have a PD charger over there, and because we are using more and more PD chargers, it's very important that we have full support here from this charger, and that's what we have. So let's start here to test how it's reacting when we put it here inside in the wrong way. First thing, it's rather difficult. Second thing, it starts flashing and won't charge. So proof that we have a lot of protection built in, but of course we have much more. That's just a basic test. So of course we want to insert it the right way with the plus to the top. And so as soon as we have it here inside, we can see the really nice charging display for every slot here. That's absolutely awesome. So you can see what's going on in every slot. That's much better than with most other chargers, where we have maybe maximum just one LED light. So that's really cool here. So we have 4 on each side, not straight on top here, maybe something to be aware of. And so we can see the charge indicator in 3 different steps: 30, 60 and 100% when it's full. And so the battery seems to be charging nicely. By the way, regarding power consumption, I can see that it's only consuming a little bit more than 2 amps, 2.1 amp usually, but I would still recommend power supply with 3 amps. Okay, and so it took just a little bit more than 1 hour to fully charge, but I guess they were a little bit pre-charged already. So that's the moment when we can remove them one by one. They are a little bit warm, but not hot. Very easy to remove, also very important. Can even grab some in between, or grab them like that. Nice design. Maybe also important to know that we do not have any discharge function here. There's no button. And also adding a battery like that before we plug it in that doesn't work because it goes always into charge. That's no problem with NiMH batteries like these batteries here, because they don't have memory effect, but it could be an issue, for example, if you're still using the old-fashioned nickel-cadmium batteries, but usually you want to get rid of the nickel-cadmium batteries anyway. Also important to know that we can also charge other nickel metal hydride batteries here inside, absolutely no problem. And of course these batteries are also compatible with other normal nickel metal hydride battery chargers. Then another very important thing, before we start the capacity test, you want to check the size. Xbox 360 controller battery compartment, smallest battery compartment I've ever seen. So if that fits here, it would fit everywhere. So let's put them here inside, like that. Let's see. Let's turn it on. Yeah, definitely works. Removing it. Now removing, of course, the biggest challenge usually here on this side was not such a problem. You can see when they are fully inside, sometimes can be a little bit difficult, but definitely not a big problem. With a lot of other batteries, I really had to shake them out really hard or even use pliers. That was not needed here. So we can definitely assume that they will fit pretty much everywhere. And so I've attached the battery here to check a little bit how much power it can pull. Without power, it's at 0.34 volts. Let's see how much we can pull to stay above 1.2 volts. Yeah, it's quite a lot. So it's around 1.12 amps. We are still at around 1.2 volts. That's a lot. So how much can we pull to stay above 1 volt, which is usually the threshold for most devices? We are already above 2 amps, which is really a lot for such batteries. And I have to use this knob here because even with the 2.5 or 3 amps, I can't force it below 1 volt. Yeah, here we have around the threshold. You can see jumping a little bit up and down, but I would say it's around 3 amps, which we can pull, and it still stays around 1 volt. That's super, super impressive. Never seen something like that before from a nickel metal hydride battery. And so of course now I have replaced the battery with a fresh one, fully charged, set the threshold to 1 volt. And so I've been testing this battery now in a couple of different settings. At the beginning with 0.5 amps or 500 milliamps, which is matching the international standard, which would be even 520 for this battery here. And it has been working for the first 500 milliamps and not for the whole 2600 milliamps. I've tried it a couple of times and every time it would break off. I mean, the voltage has been dropping already pretty early to close to 1 volts like we see here. And definitely after already 500 milliamps, it dropped below 1 volt. And so I had to give up with the standard testing after that. And so I've decided to go with a lower current, only 0.2 instead of 0.5. And then it worked and brought me, you can see that here, to exactly 2600 milliamps. Have been restarting this now a couple of times, but the first time it really dropped was at exactly 2600 milliamps, which is the number which we have here on this package, 2600 milliamps. But the thing is that they have been translating this with 1.2 volts to 3120 milliwatt hours, which is definitely not correct, because of course we have to use the current voltage and not the nominal voltage, and the current voltage was only a little bit above 1 volt, and so the actual real watt-hour reading was 2760 and not these 3120. That's the big difference. And now I've even made a full capacity test with this automatic battery charger, discharger and battery tester. And so here you can see the result. In slot number 2 we have 2631 milliamps, and now I'm changing to slot number 4. And in slot number 4 I've tested a second battery and it shows 2662 milliamps. By the way, the awesome thing with this battery tester here is that it cannot be faked. It's impossible to cheat here. So we have 100% proof that these are real numbers. We can definitely reach the 2600 milliamps, but only when we lower the amps to 0.2. But I would say that probably still fits for most of the devices. We are usually not going to use very high amps here unless you want to use this in a remote control toy or something like that. If you want to use this, for example, for surveillance camera, game controller or other things which usually last for many days or even weeks or months, then I don't see any problem. No real deal breaker if you really want to buy them, for example, because they are using 25% recycled material. We have really a lot of cycles with more than 2000, at least that's what they are promising. Of course, I can't test that here. And if you can get the set for a decent price, I mean, also like the build quality, I've been testing here a little bit around, been rather harsh to this battery here, and I can't see any wear and tear so far. I mean, definitely not comparable to premium Sony, Panasonic or so, but only when we are using the standard measuring procedure, because as soon as we are lowering the current, then we can squeeze out even a little bit more than most of the premium brands like Amazon Basics, Energizer, IKEA, Panasonic and so on, which usually just have a capacity of around 2000 milliamps with their standard batteries, and we are even exceeding the high capacity batteries of these brands, which are usually have a capacity of 2300 up to maximum 2550 milliampere hours. And I definitely also love the charging cradle here, one of the better ones, definitely, with the individual display. Just of course no capacity measuring and no discharge function, but other than that, still one of the better ones. Also much easier to grab the batteries than with some other ones. So I would say not a bad thing. If you really like them, why not? I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with these batteries or this charger, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, see you next time.